Hello and welcome to another edition of The Journey. Most of you probably followed along with the 2023 Bomber baseball team and their journey to the state tournament. Um, what a great group of kids to be around. So much fun. They showed up every day from the first day of practice and got better, worked on their craft. They rooted for each other, which is very important when you're part of a team. And they just really enjoyed being around each other, which is a lot of fun too. And there's a bunch of energy in the room with some teenage kids that just are doing something they love to do. As coaches, we repeat a lot of things that we think are important to emphasize so that the team can be successful. Many times those are mental things in our world anyway. If you get to the game and you're not prepared physically, it's pretty hard to make those adjustments in game. But the mental part of the game is certainly a big part when you're trying to perform in front of people or in a competitive situation. So, I just wanted to share a few things about this group that was really fun to be part of and things that I'll remember probably for the rest of my life and hopefully they remember the rest of theirs. First of all, Cowboy Boots, Trucks, and FCA. Coach Lindo, head coach Bucky Lindo, made an observation early in the year that he's never really, in all the years of he's coached, he's never been around a team that wore cowboy boots to the ball field, which I don't know how many of them did, but it was, the first time I saw it, I thought, man, that's just a bad fashion sense. But the more I was around it, it reflected their personalities great. They were comfortable. They didn't care what anybody else thought. And they enjoyed wearing them. It gave them some identity, and they were comfortable in their own skin, which is kind of neat. Trucks, I think most of the guys on the team drove a truck, and that's a little bit odd for a bunch of teenage boys to all have trucks. And then FCA, there's a number of kids on the team that were part of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and that reflected in some of the positivity that energy that was in the dugout too. The second thing is little things add up to big things, and they showed up, they worked hard, they try to get better every day, both on and off the field. They did the small things like having a quality at bat. Not all quality at bats turn into hits, but they had a quality at bat. They made the routine plays, and I think all of those little things over time add up to big things, and mostly showing up and working hard. And any successful person knows that those are two ingredients that will get you far in life. The next thing is really a positive dugout. I've never been part of a dugout that was that positive. And, they never got on each other. They never called anybody out for making an error or screwing up. They understood everybody was trying to accomplish the same goal. Nobody was trying to boot the ball when they did, or strike out when they did, or walk somebody when they did. They just really focused on that next pitch that they could control. And even when guys ran off the field, the guys in the dugout that maybe weren't even playing that game were so positive. And maybe the best example of that was early in the year, we had a doubleheader, and there was two players that were competing for the same job, and they each played the opposite game of the doubleheader. So player A played in game one and player B played in game two. And those two guys just cheered for each other, which, you don't see very often in a competitive situation, but they were just hoping that the other would do their very best, make the plays, and they really rooted for each other. So that early in the year, that was a really, really neat thing to see as a coach. Just a couple of guys that wanted each other to be successful. The other thing is, and what I felt on this team is they cared more about the guy next to them than they did about themselves. They weren't hung up on their performance or them getting a hit or the RBI or striking out or whatever. They were really excited for each other when the other ones would do well. And they also trusted each other. One guy in the lineup has a job, he does that job, and that job can change every game or every at bat, or even every pitch. But, that person did their job, whether it was bunt, whether it was drive a runner in, whether it was move a guy over, and then they just trusted the next guy to do their job. So that was pretty neat to see too. And then maybe the two things that we really emphasize a lot, and I say this a lot on our teams, is the fun comes first. You can't just expect the fun to come after success. You have to have fun first with whatever you're doing to realize your maximum potential. So, I just told the guys, enjoy the game, have fun playing the game, show up every day excited to get better, and then the success will come. And, we lost our first game of the year, and then we rattle off 10 or 11 wins, and then we lost another game, we rattle off a few more wins. So, and in this case, I guess, the fun did come first because we were having fun from the get-go. But that's an important thing in life is, enjoy what you're doing. And if you enjoy what you're doing, sometimes even it's not glamorous, it gets you better and it helps you be more successful. And when you're more successful, the fun continues to snowball. And then the last thing is probably the key ingredient to it all. And Coach Lindo said, I don't know, it's probably midway through the year. You can't be blessed and stressed. So on the bus rides to games, or even before games, he would have the guys communicate with him the thing that they're most thankful for. And I don't think he's ever done it, and I've certainly never done it, but there was even a couple times in game that we just stopped and coach would say, all right, everybody just take a breath and think about what they're thankful for and smile. So I think he even did it on a mound visit once. So that was pretty neat. And I think the guys certainly relaxed a little bit, just enjoyed what they were doing, and obviously success came for them. So just a few things that I thought were pretty exciting about the team that we had, and a few things that I learned as a coach from those guys, and hopefully they learned some things from us too. So thanks for watching and have a great day.